Hey guys, here's me eating a sandwich and wishing it was an Italian panini. No offense, Jimmy, but they've been mastering their skill for a very long time. My name is Brooke Walding, and I spent 4 months living in Italy, so I wanted to show you some of my favorite places in the country. Italy is one of the most visited countries in the world and home to some of the world's best gelato, wine, art, culture.
Oh my god, what is that?
And much, much more. So you can get a taste of Italy and everything it has to offer. Here are my top 10 must-visit places. First up, we are headed to my favorite place in all of Italy, Florence. This city has a really special place in my heart because it's where I called home for those 4 months. In fact, I really lucked out and found an apartment right above the famous Ponte Vecchio Bridge. When you go here, it feels like you took a time machine here. Florence is the birthplace of the Renaissance. From the Duomo to David, much of the city's foundation was constructed in the 12 to 1500s. My favorite spot in all of Florence is Piazzale Michelangelo, where you can get a great view of the entire city while enjoying a bottle of wine on the steps. And my favorite dish I got while I was there was a pear ravioli. Florence just so happens to be the capital of Tuscany, which is a region in central Italy and our next stop. We're going to be heading to take a look at the Chianti olive groves and vineyards. We took a day trip here from Florence where we explored a winery and enjoyed a meal like the Medici family. They ruled Tuscany during the 14 to 1700s. Then you have the option to take a bicycle ride, a Vespa, or horseback around to get a view of the landscape. Just make sure you pick a horse that is nice. We are now headed north to Venice, which is located in the Venetian lagoon and connected to the mainland by a bridge. Interestingly enough, there is an entrance fee to get into Venice. Right now it's €3, but this changes seasonally. It is home to the famous canals and several world-famous events, including the Venetian Carnival, the Biennale of Art, and the Venice International Film Festival. If you aren't going for one of these, make sure to check events so you can miss the crowds. Next, we are headed to the capital city of Italy, Rome. It is one of the oldest inhabited areas in Europe, think 750 BC. I got pretty eerie vibes here, especially when visiting the historical landmarks, but not in a bad way. It was cool, and the eerie vibes were probably from the hostel anyways, but if you do get this feeling, no worries, just cope by eating pasta and meatballs. A few of the most famous things here are the Colosseum, Pantheon, the Trevi Fountain, and my favorite part was Vatican City and seeing the Pope, because it's the Pope.
Sì, ma scriveva, era in altra parte. In questo modo invita tutti alla calma. Davanti a lui una donna sorpresa in adulterio.
Now for number 5, the 5 cities of Cinque Terre. Also, this is another good day trip from Florence, and these 5 beautiful coastal towns are connected by the Sentiero Azzurro, or the American version, the Blue Path, which is a foot trail to hike from one town to the next. We only hiked through about 3 in the day, but my favorite was that desktop place, Rio Maggiore. Then we ended up in Monterosso, and they were having the Lemon Festival that day that we were there. And from the coast into the mountains, number 6, we are going to the Dolomites. This is a mountain range located in northeastern Italy. They can be reached by several towns and a couple gondola rides. This is where your hikes will reward you for some of the coolest views in the world. Some popular destinations in the Dolomites are Sisida and Trecima di Livardo. Located west of the Dolomites and at the base of the Alps, we are headed to Lake Como for number 7. I actually didn't get to go here, but it's my number 1 place to go to when I go back. This lake is absolutely beautiful, massive, 3rd largest of the Italian lakes. While you're there are many towns and massive villas along its shoreline that you can explore. The best way to do so by boat. Como is also known for hosting celebrities and a ton of famous films. Chrissy Teigen even put her stamp on this place when she got married to John Legend here. Number 8, we are headed right off the Gulf of Naples into Capri. This was definitely one of my most memorable days during my time in Italy, probably because the island is absolutely jam-packed with activities. We started out with a boat ride over to the Blue Grotto, which was my favorite thing, and it's a dark cave cavern where the sea glows blue on the inside, and you have to take a smaller boat into there since it's so small. That was really neat, something I've never done before. Once we got back to land, we took the chairlift up the island, had a lunch, and then got to see the views at the Garden of Augustus. Since Capri was a day trip, we didn't stay the night. We actually took the ferry and headed back to the Amalfi Coast, which is on our list at number 9. We specifically stayed in the town of Sorrento and would travel around the Amalfi Coast from there. The Amalfi Coast is a stretch of coastline along the southern edge of Italy's Sorrentine Peninsula. We were an hour drive from the famous Positano, and the drive there alone was spectacular. This tiny cliff town is known for their narrow alleyways, beaches, and colorful buildings. We went straight to the beach and then took off on a boat where we were able to do some cliff jumping and really take in the views of Positano from the ocean. I remember getting on the boat and going out a couple hundred feet and being absolutely amazed. It was incredible. Our 10th and final stop on our trip to Italy is Pompeii. When I think of this place, I remember their absolutely massive lemons. What Pompeii is most known for is being the ancient city that was destroyed and buried by the explosion of Mount Vesuvius. For many centuries, Pompeii slept beneath 13 to 20 feet of ash, which perfectly preserved the remains. So when it was finally unearthed in the 1700s, everything was frozen in time. There were even bakeries that still had bread in it. If you wish to risk your life for a view, you can hike to the top of Mount Vesuvius and overlook the city of Pompeii. It was extremely foggy the day we went, hopefully better luck for you. We have come to the end of our journey in Italy, and I need you to go open a new tab on your computer and see how much tickets cost right now, and if they're decent, you should book a ticket. Let me know where you end up going first. This country will far exceed your expectations. The beauty, the pasta, and the huge lemons in Pompeii await you. Thanks so much for watching.